Hello there, my friends. My name is Sean. I'm in the math department here at COCC. And if you're watching this video, you are in my Stats 243Z Introduction to Statistics course. Welcome. It's good to have you. This is a quick little intro video. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I possibly can. I want to walk you through the course a little bit, how it runs week to week. I'm going to get into Canvas here in a second. The most important thing to talk about right now, because this course does have a wait list, people want to get in, is the online scavenger hunt / attendance requirement. And I'm going to get into that next when I start doing a little Canvas walkthrough in here. I just wanted to come into this video and say hi, introduce you to myself. Realize what you're going to be looking at over the next 10 weeks as you watch the video playlists that I've created to act as kind of class for stats. And so you know what? Enough jibber jab up here. Let's get into Canvas and take a look around. Okay, so we're going to talk real quick about this first item in week 1 of Canvas, the Canvas scavenger hunt. This is important for a couple reasons. First of all, it's got a different due date than everything else in the course, and we'll come back to that in the next part of this video. And I'm going to use this Canvas scavenger hunt 2 ways, and you're going to see it in the syllabus when you read the syllabus later. Here, I'll actually just open it now so you can see it. Right down here, I think I bolded it and made it yellow. Yup. So the Canvas scavenger hunt, for those registered in the course, you must submit this into Canvas no later than 5 p.m. on Wednesday, January 8th, or I need to drop you from the course. That's the cutoff I'm setting. If you're waitlisted, you still have to submit this Canvas scavenger hunt to try to get into the course. If seats open up, if, for example, folks that are registered fail to do the Canvas scavenger hunt, if seats open up, I will then add folks in off the wait list order, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so the idea is that I use the Canvas scavenger hunt as kind of a certification that folks are in the course, stay in the course, and a potential to get people that are waitlisted into the course. Okay, now in order to make it more than just I'm here, I've also made it worth points, and it kind of shows you around the course. So I just clicked on the link to it, and I've never liked the way Canvas does. It seems so busy, the way they have these assessment pages. But anyway, they're all kind of going to look the same in my course, and we'll take a look at this in the next part of the video too. Most things are going to have a PDF document, and then with the instructions, answer questions in a separate document. Please only include answers, please number them, and then submit your work via the link below, which I'm sure everybody's done in Canvas by this point. Okay, now we're in the actual Canvas scavenger hunt now. It's a 15-question document that, it has you wandering around not just Canvas, but also my syllabus, which you saw linked back in the module. We'll back up one here and take a look at that. There's the syllabus right there, which is another PDF document. And speaking of that, one thing I've noticed, I've only been using Canvas for a couple years now. One thing I like to do personally, and maybe this is just because I'm an old guy, is I like to download all of these documents and then open them outside of Canvas. That's kind of my go-to, and there's a couple reasons for that. Most of which is I don't really know how things behave in Canvas all the time. Like sometimes, for example, I noticed that the here's my picture link right here, which pops open just fine outside of Canvas. There I am, and that's a huge picture. My goodness, there we go. Well, that's not much better, actually. That link doesn't work from within Canvas. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like if I click on this link all day long, it doesn't open. So I really have no idea why it doesn't open. So I leave the document open outside of Canvas and then work from here. As far as turning in this scavenger hunt, you don't have to print this thing out. You don't have to copy and paste these questions. All you're going to do is, and I tell you right here in paragraph 2, to record your answer, start up a Word document and save your work frequently to a location you can find. So, I always tell my kiddos, just open up a Word document and start numbering. 1, and then answer question 1. And then maybe spell question right. And then 2, and then do the same for 2. And then 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and so forth. When you're done, save it somewhere, and you're going to have a document saved then. And then you can upload it to, we're going to go back to Canvas now so you can actually see it. We're going to go back to that submission area. And again, I like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of how Canvas makes this convoluted. So you can drag your file right there, and that becomes your submission. So the Canvas scavenger hunt is the first thing you're going to turn in. And again, I'm going to say it again, Wednesday, January 8th, before or right at, but I would shoot for before because I don't exactly know what clock they're using in Canvas. Get that thing turned in before January 8th at 5 p.m. And that way we can chat about using that Canvas scavenger hunt for an enrollment check and also potentially getting folks off the wait list. All right, next up, we'll take a look at the rest of the course. Okay, my friends, so now let's take a look at the rest of Canvas. I've gone ahead and turned on the entire course on. I used to just turn on the first week, but my students last term actually asked me, you know, it would be totally cool to have the entire course on the entire time. Because the course kind of is, it's pretty straightforward. And as you read the syllabus, you'll see the components of the course. But basically, because it's an online course, it's going to run kind of like this. And I tried to put these little dotted mark headers to separate what I think of as days. Even though it's an online course, I still think of the course as happening twice a week with things due at the end of the week. Now let's talk about that in week one. So week one has 2 playlists of videos. So I've kind of broken it up into day 1 and day 2. This by no means implies that you have to do this in 2 days. You can do the entire thing in 1 day if you want, or you can stretch it over 4 days or whatever you want. But every day has a playlist of videos. Now I'm going to open in a new tab because, as I mentioned before, I like doing that. So here's your first playlist for day 1. That's a terrible picture of me right there. It's not much better. Actually, these are all pretty terrible. But anyway, these are the videos. And what you'll do is you'll just start by watching them. So you're going to hit play all, and then you're going to watch an ad for Mustad Hooks, which I receive no revenue from. I have no idea who gets paid for these, but now we're going to skip ahead, and then...
Hello, Stat 243Z.
There I am, and there's another lovely still frame of me. And you're going to watch these videos. So once you watch that playlist of videos, you can take notes while you go. I like online courses because students can kind of either speed things up. Some people say they watch me on 1.5 speed or 2 speed, which is great. Or you can slow things down or pause and rewind and go watch things again. But anyway, after you're done watching that playlist, you can then try the homework for that playlist. And notice it looks exactly like the Canvas scavenger hunt, except for the due date. I'm going to talk about that briefly. Same idea though. You open up a PDF, and same idea. I tend to download them in case they have links. I'm not sure if this one actually does have a link. See, Canvas is being annoying right now. It's not letting me open it. You know what? That's fine. Let's try something else. Let's try opening in a new tab, and let's see if that works any better. And let's try opening this in a new tab and see if that works any better. Ha! It did. See, weird stuff. I don't really fully understand technology in 2024, in the 21st century. Sometimes things just work and sometimes they don't. Anyway, here's the homework. Now you'll notice that it looks again like the Canvas scavenger hunt because it's a PDF document with some reading. Okay, you got some introductory paragraphs here. And then I start to introduce the questions to you. You'll know things are questions when they have numbers and point values next to them. So the first 6 questions are worth 1 point each, and you'll read this paragraph above after you watch the videos. I'm gonna say this again. I mentioned it in the syllabus too. You gotta watch the videos before you do this homeworks. Otherwise, I mean, I guess you theoretically could just Google how to do all this stuff, but you're gonna spend a lot more time than just watching the videos before doing them. And then the last few questions down here, 7 through 10, are the last 4 points. So it's a 10-point homework assignment. You're gonna, just like before, open up a blank Word document and start answering questions in here. Answer 1, answer 2, and so forth and so on. And then you're gonna save that puppy dog, and then you're gonna upload it to the area of Canvas where you drag. And this is the same way you do with any assignment in the course. You upload to that area in Canvas. Now I'm gonna hit stop on this for just a second, and we're gonna look at the due dates for week 1. Same idea for day 2, but hopefully you've noticed something. The due dates for week 1 are all January 10th, 2025. That's Friday of week 1. And more importantly, if you look at the due time, it's always 10 a.m. Please make a note of this. I do this intentionally. I want you to know going into the weekend each week how you're doing in this course. So I change all the due dates for any given week to Friday of that given week at 10 a.m. This is definitely an adjustment some people have to make. Some of my students often say it took me a couple weeks to get used to this. But every week, the due day is the Friday of that week. And the due time, if you open any of these things, the due time is always 10 a.m. Get that on your calendar now. 10 a.m. the Friday of each week when things are due. Okay, the only difference is the Canvas scavenger because that has to be done early so I can do attendance. Everything else is due on Fridays at 10 a.m. each week. Okay, so every week you'll see 2 playlists and then a homework that follows each playlist. Now, each week also has quiz offerings. So week 1, there's 2 quizzes offered right here. Week 2, there's 2 quizzes offered right here. Sometimes there's 2 quizzes, sometimes there's 1. I don't think I ever have more than 2 offered. There's a week with only 1 offered. You do not have to do every quiz every week. You'll see this in the syllabus. There's an explanation in the syllabus about quizzes and how many quizzes you have to do by the end of the term. I'm going to let you read that in the syllabus, but definitely do read that in the syllabus. Familiarize yourself with that. But not every quiz. You have to do every homework. They are mandatory. I asked students about that about 3 years ago when I started teaching this class online. They said, yes, please make the homeworks mandatory, but we like the way you do quizzes. So make sure you read that section about quizzes in the syllabus. Okay, the only other thing is projects and exams, and these are also in the syllabus. They're right near the quiz section, so you might want to read down. Projects I have sprinkled throughout the course. I may actually push that project back to, I'm going to push that project into week 4. Actually, I'll do that later. So you got 4 projects: proper sampling, conditional probability, a follow-up to conditional probability, which is down here, right here, and then last but not least, linear regression, which I will apologize for later in the course. Those are all open right now. You can get into any of them right now if you want. I would go in order. Personally, I'd start with the proper sampling one. And like I said, I am going to push this back to week 4. That doesn't need to be as early as week 3. They are, take a quick look at it, they're worth 25 points. And you'll notice that when you open it up, they're a bit longer, a bit more reading. And that's one of the reasons they're worth so many more points, is it's a bit more. Here we go again with the weird loading times with Canvas. Jeez Louise. What if I open it? Let me open it this way. Open it in a new tab. Oh, that seemed to work better, maybe. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it did. Okay, whatever. Again, technology troubleshooting all the time. When you get into these, you'll notice that they definitely are a bit more, they're a bit more involved. Take your time, read through them. Don't try to jump around and just go find the questions that have points next to them. Like this one, the first question that has a point isn't on until page 3. But you got to get in here and you got to look at those, you got to look at the links that are linked within. Now that's weird. That link worked from within here, but my picture link did not. Who knows, my friends? Who knows who makes these decisions in the background? Okay, so those are projects. They're also within the modules. The only 2 other things, and I encourage you to check out the syllabus on these, are the exams. One will be in week 6. It'll be linked down here in week 6, and one will be way down here in week 11, exam week. I will start writing those probably in the first week of the term because I like getting them up early. And then as soon as I have them written, I will let you know. I'll turn them on in Canvas and let you know, probably via your weekly wrap-up, which I will do one more quick video to explain. And then I think you're ready to hop into the course. A couple quick other things. I will send you a progress report every Friday. I mentioned that your due dates and times for each week's worth of stuff. Each module in Canvas is a week. Week 1, week 2, week 3. So they have the due dates and due times are each module is due that Friday of that week at or before 10 a.m. That way I can get grading and I can get everything taken care of and graded for you and my other online course.
And then I'm going to email you out a progress report after I've graded everything. So that way you know exactly how you're doing each week, Friday, usually Friday afternoon by the time I get around to it. So check your email. Check your COCC email. Or if you'd rather me email you to a different email account, let me know which one I should use. That's the one thing. A couple other little random things. That's really the big thing, is make sure you check your COCC email and make sure you make a mental note of Fridays at 10 a.m. Fridays at 10 a.m. I know it's weird. I know I do it differently than everybody else. I apologize. It does make sense. Students often tell me, like, I had to get used to it, but then I get why you do it now. Okay. The only other thing really is make sure you've got Excel on your computer, Microsoft Excel. We are going to be using it quite a bit in here. One of the comments I get repeatedly about my students is, I really didn't know how to use it before stats, and now I do more. It makes me happy. Some students often say, like, I hated spreadsheets before I came into stats, and now I know how to use them well, and now I'm going to use them in my job, which that makes me even happier. So just get it down. I don't think we need it in this first week, but you'll need it by week 2 for sure. You can download it for free in the syllabus. I believe I mentioned that, and if I don't, I will add it to the syllabus. As a COCC student, you can download Excel for free. I think it uses your email address to log in. Okay, I think that's it. Here's the email for me. If you need to get in touch with me, feel free to shoot me a note. If you have any questions, if anything's unclear, but this video is long enough, so I'm going to cut it off now and say I'll see you around. I'll see some of you in the Zoom meeting if you can pop in. Otherwise, we'll just communicate electronically. Take care, y'all.